Hi everyone, and welcome to Creative Chelsea. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up or commenting below. If you want to see more of my videos, press the subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications. If you need any Stampin' Up! Products to make this card, you can visit my online store and the link is in the description box below. Today I would like to share with you my fourth paper pumpkin alternative project using the August 2020 paper pumpkin kit called World's Greatest. So the inspiration for this card came from some of the original cards. Let me go ahead and show you those now. So these are the original cards you can create using the products in the kit. The inspiration for this card came from the shaker card, and I wanted to create something totally different that wasn't a medal or a ribbon or a trophy. And so I came up with this birthday card. And so this is a shaker card, very similar to the original one. And we're still using that ribbon image, but we're using it behind the greeting. This calls for a celebration. And I think that's a really great birthday greeting. So we've just added some balloons to pull in that birthday theme and then did the stars in the background as the shaker element. If you've missed any of my other alternative projects, you can find the playlist up here in the right hand corner. So let's go ahead and start making this card. To begin this card, you're going to need some of the products from the kit. You're going to want one of the long rectangles and the large circle die cuts. You'll need the window sheet and the foam frame, as well as this outside frame from the kit that has the pattern. And then you'll need a card base. And this one is soft sea foam, and it did not come in the kit. So I've just cut it to a regular card base size, which is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches and scored at 4 1/4. You'll also need something to shake, and so the stars that came in the kit would be perfect for this. You will also need some scrap paper to stamp the balloons on. So let's go ahead and begin with our stamping. So on the two pieces from the kit, you're going to stamp the ribbon and then the greeting. And before we do the greeting, we need to cut down this rectangle, and we're going to cut it to 3/4 of an inch and keep the length. So that would be the width, 3/4, and keep the length. And so you could make 2 of these cards or just use this piece for another project. So the ink we're going to be using is the Mint Macaron for the ribbon, and then 1 balloon. So let's go ahead and do that. Ink that up nicely and then stamp that in the center. And then let's go ahead and use that ink to do a balloon. So on a scrap piece of paper. So before I stamp the balloon, I want to show you the stamp set that I got this from. So this is an old paper pumpkin stamp set. You can see that some of the images are starting to wear off, but all you really need to do is find a balloon stamp set and maybe one that has a string. If it doesn't have a string, you can always draw a black string on, or use some baker's twine or something to create the string. And I don't know what month that's from. It's been a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that balloon image on my scrap paper. And then that string image, I'm doing one in that Mint Macaron as well. And then we're going to fussy cut these out later. So I'm going to go ahead and close my ink and clean my stamps. I like to use the Simply Shammy to clean my stamps. And then let's go ahead and use the Pacific Point. I'm going to use this for the greeting. And like I said, we're going to use this calls for a celebration. Just place that on a clear block ink it up, and then stamp that in the center of that strip. And then let's go ahead and get another scrap piece of paper, and we're going to stamp the balloon. And the string. Okay, so put those off to the side, and we'll go ahead and clean our stamps again. And then the last color we're going to use, and this is just for the balloon, would be the Bumblebee ink. And you can use any yellow ink that you have. I like Bumblebee because it has a little bit of gold in that yellow. It's not quite a bright yellow, it's more of a gold yellow. Okay, so once we have stamped our balloon and our strings, we're going to go ahead and fussy cut these out. I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off, and then I'll come right back once I've finished fussy cutting these out. Okay, so I've gone ahead and fussy cut out the balloons and the strings. And so we're going to go ahead and let's finish a couple other things. So for our greeting, I did flag the ends. All you need to do is grab a pair of paper snips, and you're just going to cut a little bit, maybe about 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 of an inch in the center of this one of the edges, and then go from the corner to the top of that cut. So we'll do it again over here. So just make a snip and then go from corner to the top. So that part's all done, and so now we're ready to put our card together. So let's begin with the shaker part of the card. So you're going to take your card base, go ahead and fold that in half, and then take a bone folder to make a nice crease. And then we're going to take that frame. You're going to either add some of the glue dots from the kit, or you can add some Stampin' Seal. You're just adding some adhesive around the edge of your frame, and this is going to attach that window sheet. And you just want something that's kind of sticky to go along that edge. Then you're going to place the window sheet over your opening. And then you can line it up where you want it to be on your card. So at this point, what I do is I open up my card base. I've lined up that window where I want it to be, and then I take some removable tape like washi tape, and I add it to my card to create a hinge for this window frame. Okay, so I've created a hinge here, and so that's going to be helpful when applying this window frame to my card once I've added the shaker elements. So now I can add my frame foam, and this is just going to help give the shaker card some dimension so those elements can shake around freely. And you're just wanting to make sure it stays within the frame so you don't see it when the card's all put together. And then if you want, you can close it and make sure that it's still in the right place. If you need to make any adjustments, just remove that tape. I think things have moved just slightly, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up and try it again. So I'm just centering it where I want it, and then putting that tape back down to make that hinge. So another little tip when you're making shaker frames, sometimes you create, there's static that's created over the window sheet. And so you can take a dryer sheet and rub that on the inside of your window frame, and that just removes the static. You can also do it to your cardstock, and then your elements will move a little bit more freely. So next thing we're going to do is add the elements. So go ahead and grab those stars, and you're going to place them in the center. And you can place as many as you'd like. So I'm just going to go ahead and use up the rest of the stars because I've made all of my alternative projects that I wanted to use the stars on. Just make sure they're in the center, and then go ahead and remove the paper backing. And then you're going to use that hinge, and it's going to help you place that paper exactly where you want it to be on your card. And then you've got your frame. Like that. And then you can remove that washi tape. Just be really careful not to rip the pattern paper. So it's really a fun concept, and if you've never made a shaker frame before, you should give it a try. Don't miss September's Paper Pumpkin Kit, Hello Pumpkin. This kit includes autumn-themed treat packages that you can use for both fall and Halloween. Subscribe between August 11th and September 10th, and the link to subscribe is listed below in the description box. So let's add the other elements to our card. We're going to begin by placing that ribbon image down and then adding the greeting over it. So let's go ahead and add some adhesive to the back and place that in the center. And then the same here, just add some adhesive to the back and place in the center of that ribbon. Like that. And now we're going to add our balloons. So to do this, what I like to do is add the strings to the back of the balloons first. And so I take a glue dot and my pickup tool, and just flip all those over, and you're just going to add a glue dot to the bottom of your balloons. And then remove that paper backing and add your string. So because these strings have a loop, I'm going to kind of vary where I place them so they don't all look exactly the same. So this one, I'm just going to take a pair of snips and cut off that extra at the top. And then for my mint macaron, I'm going to just place it at the bottom. And probably do the same here for the Pacific point. Maybe just at a different angle. Maybe something more like that. Okay. And then to add these to our cards, I'm going to use some dimensionals. And you can use them from the kit if you'd like. And you're just going to add them to the back of each balloon. And all you need is one. And then you're going to take another glue dot and place it in the loops. And that's going to help adhere the string to the card as well. So in case that pulls off from where it is attached to the balloon, you're not going to lose it. Okay, so let's start with our yellow one. So go ahead and remove all the paper backing. And this is going to just go at an angle right above your ribbon. Something like that. And then you're going to add the mint macaron next. And this one's going to go up on top of the bunch. So just place it kind of up in that corner. And then you have the Pacific Point balloon, and this is going down Something like that. If you'd like to add one more fun element to your card, you can use the Wink of Stella brush and just brush on a little glitter onto those balloons. When you are changing colors, you just want to make sure that you clean it a little bit so that you don't get that color on the next image. Oop. See, you can get a little bit of color transfer if you're not careful. Okay, so that card is all done. Such a fun card to send to someone for their birthday celebration. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. Visit creativechelsea.com for more information about Paper Pumpkin and to start getting your monthly kit. Have a creative day. Bye.